Well, good morning. It's build day. Time to get started. So I'm going to start by unboxing the Solo Music Gear kit that I bought. This is for the LPK 10 Les Paul style guitar. Today we're going to go through the unboxing, all of the stuff that comes in the kit, and then hopefully get started. So stay tuned. I'll walk you through what's in the kit and then talk to you about next steps. So I got this kit from Solo Music Gear, and as you can see, it's a Les Paul style maple veneer finished guitar. Comes in a mahogany body. It's got a pretty thin maple veneer that they apply to the surface of the guitar. A really nice flame pattern that we're going to accent the grains with when we get to the staining process. It's got a nice binding around the outside edge and then a pretty good mahogany body. And if you look pretty closely, you can see that it's in pretty good shape. There's not a lot of defects in the wood, which is beautiful. It's got some really interesting grain patterns. A little bit of marks here and there that I'll have to sand out real good when I get into finishing this. A couple of little spots, but all in all, very good shaped body. Something really fun to start with, something that'll be pretty easy. Also comes with our neck. You can see the neck is it's a solid mahogany construction. Similar where most of it's good. You get a little bit of a dent mark there, but for the most part in really good shape. Should clean up pretty nice, pretty easy. We'll do some sanding. The frets feel pretty good to the hand. Doesn't feel like there was too much shrinkage. There's a couple of little rough spots that I can feel with my fingers that I'll have to come through and file down a little bit. And then a little bit later, we'll go through and we'll check the fit of the neck against the body. We'll check for fret height and see how stable all the frets are and whether or not they're flat, whether or not I have to do a fret job. I'm kind of assuming I'm going to have to. I'm also going to remove this nut. This is sort of a cream color, and a lot of the parts that came in the kit are this cream color that I'm not really a big fan of. I'm going to probably swap out most of the pieces that are cream for black, just because the paint scheme and the theme that I'm trying to go for is a little bit more of a black as opposed to a cream. But it's got the inlays, real nice. It feels like it's pretty good. I'm looking through and I'm not seeing any lift spots, so that's a good sign. All in all, from a material and a body construction, I'm pretty happy with the neck and the body. Then if we go through the parts, it comes with everything you need to assemble the guitar. Now, whether or not you're happy with all the parts, that's up to personal debate. I'll probably go through and assemble most of this with the stuff that came with the kit. But then again, I do have some thoughts in my mind of things that I want to replace. Like, these are the pickups. They're a humbucker style pickup. I'm not entirely sure what the make is. It's probably just Solo. I don't know who they're reselling through or if they make these themselves, but they're a humbucker style pickup. Again, I'm not a fan of the cream. I can probably remove that and keep the pickup if I want to. I'm probably going to swap out the pickups at some point, but we'll see what happens. Tuning knobs, sort of a brassy copperish knob. It's got like a nice little plastic coating to it. It's not too bad at all. It doesn't really match the color scheme I'm going for, but we'll see when we get a little bit further along. Various nuts and bolts for the toggle switch indicator. Pots and the actual toggle switch itself. The pots are really tiny. I don't know if you can see that with the camera, but they're pretty small. The soldering on the pots looks to be relatively weak, or relatively thin rather. The gauge wire that they use is pretty tiny. So we'll see if these work. Like I said, I might end up replacing a lot of this kind of stuff a little bit later, but for purposes of wiring this up, it's going to do just fine. Selector switch, nothing too standard. Again, that cream color. I can take the knob off. I'm wondering if I'll be able to find something that's a little bit more aligned to the color scheme. various nuts and bolts, pieces here for strap hooks. It's got your instrument cable, relatively small and thin. I typically go with a bit of a thicker instrument cable. Usually I end up using Fender instrument cables, but you know, it's nice that they include it. Same thing with the guitar strings. They include a set. These I don't know what they are. I could probably look at the packaging sheet and find out, but not too bad. Got the bridge. It's a you know, Gibson style bridge. It'll look really nice. I actually do like this one. I'm probably going to keep it. It'll look real nice when I put it on the guitar. Let me just show you from a mock-up perspective. So it's got the, sort of a Tune-o-matic bridge. So we'll be able to put it on here, raise and lower up the saddles. It'll look really good. These just press directly into the holes that are already pre-drilled for us, which is nice. They press and fit to the holes to be able to hold everything in. I'm not going to press them in now, obviously. Tuning cable jack. Already got a little bit of a rounded edge to be able to fit on the back. They didn't, or excuse me, back. I'm thinking Fender. Goes right here on the side. They already drilled the hole for us. We got our tuners. I don't know what kind of tuners these are. I'm assuming they're sort of like the Solo Gear standard tuners. They feel pretty good. Nice looking tuners. I don't know if I'll keep these either. Kind of, you know, want to go with something a little bit more standard. Maybe even some geared tuners. We'll see. Cover for our tuning rod. Another, you know, nuts and bolts for different covers and pots and all that kind of good stuff. And then the cream color pick guard and cover plates for the back and for the selector switch. So like I said, everything that we need to be able to, you know, fully assemble the guitar comes with the kit. So if you're thinking about, you know, putting together a guitar and you don't want to go through and figure out exactly what you need, or you're just trying to do it and you know, get everything put together, this kit comes with everything you need.